next up we have Dr. Lauren Knight, dermatologist. Dr. Knight specializes in medical, surgical, and cosmetic dermatology and is forever grateful that she gets to live her passion on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Her topic is the essentials of skincare. Her talk is made possible by
CeraVe.
Let's do this.
Welcome.
What's up, Lauren? Good to see you.
Guys, so
You
nice
look
to
amazing,
see you here.
Mumsies. I'm
Thank
definitely
you.
looking
Oh my
forward to
gosh.
your chat.
Thank you. Always such a privilege
Let's
to
get out
be
of your
here.
hair.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Always so lovely to spend an afternoon with like-minded skincare lovers. So today with CeraVe, we're going to go through a little bit about how you can target your skincare to achieve your skincare goals. So a little bit of what to fuss about, what to not stress about, to build your skincare routine to achieve your goals, to ultimately get that glow. So if we think of the skin, you realize that it's actually the largest organ, comprising about 15% of our total body weight. And though it doesn't get the hype that the lungs and heart does about its actual functions, important to remember that the skin has very important functions. Firstly, it's our interface with the environment. It has a role in temperature regulation, blood pressure control. There are a number of nerves relating to pressure and temperature. And then obviously it's really important in how we perceive ourselves and how others perceive us. So it's important, the skin is divided essentially into three layers. Our outer layer, the epidermis with the overlying stratum corneum, makes up your skin barrier. Your middle layer, your dermis, provides structure, and then your subcutaneous layer is kind of our insulating layer where the nerves and blood vessels run. So it's not all about anatomy, but the anatomy is really important, because if you can identify where your problem lies in terms of the structure of the skin, you're obviously going to choose different kinds of formulations of products that are going to optimally penetrate or reach that target area. So health, simply put, is the absence of disease. But what does skin health mean to you? I'm sure if I asked each and every single one of you, everybody would have a different idea of what they would define as healthy skin. So is it skin that's glowing, not dry, with an even skin tone, skin that's not oily, not red or inflamed, not irritated, or not sensitive? So a lot of these you can see reflect the absence of negative characteristics, but then there's also these positive features in that we want to be glowing. So even though the skin is pretty good at looking after itself, we realize that a lot of these kind of ideas of what we have about skin health often are our skincare goals. So you're wanting your skincare to support your natural ability of the skin to look after itself. So you're wanting to prevent any damage, repair any damage that's present, and then obviously protect the skin against further damage. So you're wanting your skincare to support your functions, and remember that you always need to be checking in, is this doing more harm than good? So when we think of our skincare, you firstly want to identify your skin type, identify any problem areas or areas of concern, and then identify your skincare goals. So it's a little bit of an exercise that you're going to sit and do homework for me tonight. So when we're thinking about our skin type, it's quite important because you can choose ingredients or formulations that actually work appropriately with your skin type. So you're wanting, again, not to be irritating or worsening your skin problem areas, and that's when choosing the specific formulations really is a powerful thing. So a little exercise this evening, wash your face with just water, wait 5 minutes, and then you do a skin check-in. If your skin feels fine, it's probably that you have normal skin, a little bit tight, more on the dry side, a little bit that you feel like you could actually blot some excess oil off, probably an oily skin. But the most of us actually fall in this area of a combination skin, so oilier areas or drier areas, normal areas. And it's important to remember that our skin type is dynamic, changing with the seasons and obviously also changing in different areas of our body. So there are a number of common skin concerns, and I'm sure once again, if I asked all of you, you identify different ones that are problem areas for you. And the important thing is to realize that some of our skincare concerns might actually overlap. So it's important, again, you write down your list of your concerns, because the overlapping ones might actually be able to be treated or targeted with a single ingredient, so you simplify your routine. You then also need to prioritize. What concerns are you going to address first, and then move on to the others? Some of them might be able to be addressed simultaneously, whereas others you're going to have to stratify and address over time. And then we need to think about this exposome. So the ladies before spoke about the outer influence on our skin. So everything we're coming into contact with our environment is potentially damaging our skin, generating these free radicals that damage our cell's DNA. The other thing to just be aware of is that sometimes our skincare concerns are actually indicative of an underlying skincare pathology. So treating or trying to continually treat sensitive skin, not realizing that there could be an underlying problem, is a problem. So it's always important to check in, and you potentially might need to have a diagnosis of your skincare concern that then needs additional treatment. Okay, and that's worth seeing a doctor, especially a dermatologist, for. So we obviously have this area where there's skincare concerns. They might be related to skincare pathologies, or if you've got a pathology, you're wanting to choose a skincare regimen that's going to support either your pathology or your treatment that you are on for your skin problem. But other than just symptoms, if we look at the concerns and the pathologies, there's actually other areas where they overlap. So dry, sensitive skin, along with eczema and rosacea, is indicative of an impaired barrier, whereas your dull skin, your acne-prone skin, your acne skin, your keratosis pilaris is an impaired exfoliation. And then a number of the concerns and pathologies associated with sensitivity, which you're wanting to address. So now we get to, how do you get glowing? Okay, so you've identified your skincare concern, your skincare problem, and your skincare goal. So where to from here? We all want to glow. I think nobody doesn't want to glow. So we talk about the skin health and beauty pyramid. And this is a really nice way to prioritize your skincare in terms of ingredients, so you're paying enough attention to the various levels, not incorrectly prioritizing your ingredients. So we want a strong base that you then build from. So your skincare must-haves focus on protection. They don't want to damage, you don't want to do any further damage, and you want to repair any cellular damage. So protect and repair. And here we find our SPF, our antioxidants, and then obviously also your actives. So your actives are going to be ingredients that are specifically formulated to target your skincare concern. So we know that the sun is the biggest culprit in terms of damaging DNA. When our DNA becomes damaged, you have an impaired cell cycle. So the cell doesn't renew itself anymore. This leads obviously to aging, where we see fine lines, wrinkles, skin cancers, and then also hyperpigmentation by the induction of melanogenesis or pigment production. So we're wanting to choose a sunscreen that's at least an SPF 30. We'd prefer an SPF 50, UVA and UVB, so a broad spectrum coverage. And then we need to apply and reapply. And this is where TikTok has done all of us dermatologists the biggest favor. I don't think there's not one person in this room that probably doesn't know about the 2-finger rule. So, and I can guarantee that most of us are not using 2 fingers, because it's actually quite a lot. So do the activity. 2 fingers is the amount of sunscreen for face and neck, and then you need to reapply, which is the important thing. Okay. Antioxidants, probably the ingredients that we all love, but literally could be a talk on their own. So our antioxidants mop up those free radicals generated by our exposome, preventing any further DNA damage. The important thing to remember is that they're not all made equal. So there's obviously better evidence for vitamin C as compared to the others, but even within the antioxidant categories or groups, you need to be really aware of the specific concentrations and formulations that the antioxidants work in. So you could be spending a lot of money on an antioxidant labeled on a bottle that is incorrectly formulated, incorrectly packaged, and you're wasting your money. So this is where you need to do your homework, read labels, and actually interrogate your products. Then your need to haves. So here we're looking at our skincare barrier. We're wanting to have this good, strong barrier that obviously supports our skin function, but then also lets us play around with the fun things like our actives that help us to really get that glow. So if you think of your skin as a brick wall, our skin is this barrier that has this interface with the environment. The bricks are essentially our cells, and your intercellular lipids, and especially your ceramides or your polyfiller within that wall. A competent wall, you have limited loss of water to the environment, and then obviously limited irritation from the outer substances. When this barrier becomes impaired, we have this leaky wall. So you're losing water, you obviously have the sensitive skin that's very reactive to outside insults. So here's where you choose your cleansers and your moisturizers. So we're wanting our cleansers and moisturizers to suit and look after your barrier. So this is an opportunity in your skincare routine to either save money by using something that's simple but barrier supportive, not stripping, damaging your barrier, but also an opportunity to choose a cleanser or moisturizer that suits your skincare concern. Okay, so choose your cleanser based on your skin type, your skincare concern. Then moisturizers. Important to remember that not all moisturizers are made equal. The amount of times that I've heard that aqueous cream is a moisturizer, I could probably scream. So there's on this kind of scale of your water and oil, and again, you're going to choose compared to your skin type. So more of an oily skin, you'd maybe want to go more towards the water-based side, drier skin, more to the oil-based side. So again, what can you do to boost that barrier? Then you want to look, can my moisturizer offer me something more? Yes. So something like CeraVe contains ceramides, which plug into those intercellular spaces that we inherently have in our body. Okay, so your moisturizer could do more for you. Then this MVE technology is a slow release technology which optimizes the release of the hydration, plumping up that barrier. So a hydrated skin is a glowing skin. And then remember, there's a number of additive ingredients that your moisturizers could have. Remember that we're wanting something that's hypoallergenic, fragrance-free, non-irritating, and cosmetically acceptable, and preferably non-comedogenic. So the next ingredient that us dermatologists absolutely love is our retinoids. They stimulate your collagen and elastin, increase your cellular turnover, so they're evening out your fine lines and wrinkles, plumping up your skin, regulating your pigmentation. And the important thing to remember is that they're formulated in different strengths and different molecules. So you can again choose the strength or the formulation based on your skin type. The biggest problem with our retinoids is obviously the increased sensitivity and irritation. And the key being, you start low, you go slow, and you build, and look after your barrier. A functioning barrier allows you, remember, to play with your actives. So last one in this category is our alpha hydroxy acids, or our chemical exfoliants. So here you have your glycolic acid, your lactic acid, your kojic acid, and these are chemical exfoliants. So again, our skin can turn itself over, but as we age, this process slows, resulting in this kind of dull, lackluster looking skin. Choose a chemical over a physical, because it's obviously less abrasive to your skin, to your barrier. Then our nice to haves. Fantastic, exciting range, not much known yet, but watch this space. I know you probably all have heard a little bit about them, but not where you should be spending your money right now unless your other part of your pyramids are top-notch. Okay, so where do you go? So on the three pillars of your skin type, your skincare concern, and your skin goal, coupled with your skin health and beauty pyramid, which is going to help you prioritize and build your routine, you're going to choose a skincare routine that is sustainable, so budget comes in, prioritizing your goals and concerns, and remember that you're wanting to choose ingredients over brands. So interrogate those labels and choose something proportional in the pyramid that suits your budget, because consistency is key. Don't splash out, do it for a month, and then never again. You're not going to see any benefits. Okay. So remember, health before beauty. We need this canvas that we're going to paint all these beautiful things on. You're going to target your concerns with products formulated to your skin type so that you're not damaging that intrinsic function of the skin. Think prevent, repair, and protect at each step, doing more good than harm with your skincare. Build your skincare routine according to the pyramid. So you don't want that lopsided pyramid. You're never going to achieve your skincare goals. And then spend wisely. It's supposed to be sustainable. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be a stress. Having a clear idea also prevents the frenzy of Black Friday kind of spending days, and also enables you to get to those nice to have kind of parts of our routine. Cool. So there we have it. Any questions?
All right, any questions? I'm right here.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
I wanted to know what kind of products do you combine with retinol? Because I also know it might have a negative impact if you combine it with the wrong product.
So that's a really good question. So I think you've got to think about the key function of what you're doing. So your retinol is obviously increasing your cellular turnover. It's sensitizing. So you don't want to combine it with anything that's doing the same thing. So you don't want to really combine it with your alpha hydroxy acids unless you are comfortable on your retinoid. Your salicylic acid, your other acids, you're going to be careful of. Sometimes what you can do is obviously just split them at certain times of the day. So if you're going to do a glycolic acid in the morning, do your retinol at night, and then always kind of sandwich in between your active steps. But then things like niacinamide are nice to combine with retinol because it's obviously anti-inflammatory, supporting and limiting the side effects of your retinol.
All right, Doc, we have to move on. You have two.
Goodies!
And
You've got
two
two
questions.
goodies to give away, so we need two questions. Now, I know your talks are always very hectic, scientific, big words, but if you could just break it down for us and ask two simple questions.
Wait, before you ask, this lady here put up her hand before the question was asked. I want you to tell me. Wait, I want you to answer the questions. Oh, it's too late for that. Okay.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time.
We've run out of time.
But maybe you can grab the doctor as she heads off stage and ask.
You nearly won a prize. All right, ask a question.
So I'd like to know from all of you, what are some of the intracellular ingredients that you're going to look for in your moisturizer to build your barrier?
Who?
The lady in the black.
Can we make it? She won already.
She won already.
We can't.
You did win already.
It's called
Then
nepotism.
you guys choose.
No.
This lady,
okay,
with the
Okay,
pink, the
yes,
flower
yes.
in her hair. She actually had her hand up shortly after.
Oh, look at
the
those
lady.
kicks. Dang.
We're almost matching, girl.
Dang. All right. Don't touch the mic.
Oh, sorry.
I'm joking.
Is it antioxidant?
No. Think about it in the name of the...
We've got that lady who
We
also
have to
stood
go-
up there at the back with the
Okay,
pink.
okay.
She jumped up as soon as they were like, no.
We can't just point at her.
Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Maybe I delivered the talk.
You look doubtful. You?
No. To build a barrier support. CeraVe.
Yes.
Yay! Well done. Come on up and get your prize, mommy.
All right, next question.
What is the name of the strategy we're going to use to build our skincare routine? This lady was definitely first.
This one, she went.
Yeah, she's like, it's me.
Oh, wait. You can't think.
It's a pyramid.
Yes, so the skin health and beauty pyramid.
Okay. Guys, and she only arrived 5 minutes ago, and she knew that. What about
See, I'm
all of you? What
judging.
happened?
We are
judging all of you.
We're judging you.
She was
All right.
still awake. She's still awake.
She's
Just
still
judging.
awake.